learned in your 35 plus years of experience offering healing work, what stands out as central for what you are teaching in the Healing Den?
So what happened, it started years before, but what stands out to me at the moment is 41 years ago, when I was 27 years old. I was in graduate school, and I went to a new bookstore that wasn't open, but they let me in, and I was immediately drawn to a series of books by Jane Roberts called Seth Speaks. And I didn't even know what channeling was, but I just knew I needed to read it. And I started reading the book, and Seth, the spirit entity, whatever you want to call it, that was helping provide information, was talking about the point of powers in the present. And then it evolved into understanding healing presence, because if we are fully present, it becomes healing for ourselves and for others. So the core of the program is teaching people how to be fully present to themselves and others. And so the first week intensive is very disorienting, because we're constantly learning how to be present, how to shut the brain off, how not to try to fix somebody, how to accept that people are just who they are. And that was the core thing that I received, and that maintains throughout the program. So when I tie that back to other teachings, when I went to the Gestalt Institute of Cleveland, and I went through about every program I could go through, what I was fascinated with was Fritz Perls was talking about presence, and he was always talking about nothing happens except in the moment. Everything is here and now. He had all sorts of things. He called it 0 point. Well, part of that came out of spiritual teachings that he got from Buddhism and various other places, as well as other eclectic things. And that probably is why I appreciated him, because I began to realize he was trying to integrate all these things around that same thing. So for me, the core of it, as people go through the program, they'll realize almost everything is around presence. How do you stay present? How do you be? And presence isn't just being here. It's aware of yourself, what's going on. Do you feel energy going down into your feet and up your legs? Are you telling a story in your head? Are you worried about being good enough? All these things have to quiet down, but when it quiets down, what happens is you begin to realize that just being in this moment, all the wisdom that you need comes forward. And then in the healing work, what I found out is the less I spoke and the less I did, the more I just created an energetic space for the client, the more they were actually able to surface things I would have never known and have an immediate, as they would phrase, healing. It was like it released something from the past, and I like to refer to it as it eliminated the ghosts that were haunting them from memories and turned them into memories that informed them how they became who they are. And the impact of that is that allowed them to go to the next step, which is begin to assume responsibility to create their life the way they wanted. And so that's the number one, or the core of the program. I always constantly come back to is how are you staying fully present and aware of yourself, completely aware of yourself.
So I'm here physically.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I am present?
Physically, but it doesn't mean necessarily that you are mentally or emotionally. You might be shut down emotionally because you're nervous about interviewing me. Mentally, you might be wondering what I should do next. So there are all sorts of things that are going on, and what we're taught to ignore are all those things. It's like we have in the background a really high quality recording session, we used to call it Memorex, that is telling you all the things you should say or think or worry about, instead of reaching over and turn the recorder off and just be present.
So is that what you term realized one's full healing presence?
Yes, because the more you are fully present and aware of yourself consciously, the more opportunity you have to reveal to yourself the various scripts or recordings you have in yourself. I'll give you an example. Recently, this is real, I mean it's very recent. I meditate around what's behind my emotion. I had a big emotion that surprised me around contracting with another colleague. And and it started developing a story of resentment and how dare you and all these various other things. And then I could feel the emotion and the heat coming up. And usually all of those, if you have big reactions and a lot of storytelling, this is something buried in the past that is still haunting you. So I just kept working at it, and in meditation, what meditation does, because it's just the mind off and you're present, one of the core teachings of the program is you need to meditate, and I show them how, is you begin to allow whatever scripts you have buried inside your subconscious or your unconscious to surface, and then sit down and say, well, that's not true. It happened then, but it's not true now. So it completely changed the dynamic between me and my client. I was no longer projecting on them that, oh, you know, you did all these things to me, and they didn't do any of it. It's just my imagination, but I'm acting as if it's real. So when I released that and I saw that, I had this release of energy. It's literally visceral, you feel it. And so when I had the next set of meetings, everything was different, because I could be fully present to them as they were and how we were engaging, and see them just as they are. And so that's why it's so important to be paying attention to your emotions, your physicality, and your mental stories, because they're all going on at one time or another, and the question is are you paying attention to them?